Bowl Kid says, "Hey Phil, do you take part in gear Facebook groups? Your thoughts if they are toxic or not?" All internet stuff can be toxic, or is toxic, I should say. What I mean by that is like all the forums. There's always the outliers. Do I go in them? No, I don't. I kind of lucked out. One of the best pieces of advice they give you when you start a YouTube channel is to go to forums and post and, and be part of the groups and grow your channel through talking to those communities. But I didn't know to do that until after my channel had kind of gotten to a point where I didn't really have to do that. So I was like, well, let me go poke in there now. And so that was my first, kind of following out and going in those. I don't want to speak ill with them, not because they'll rip you apart at night on the Reddits and on the Facebooks and stuff, but, I find that I started, I guess, okay, you know what? Let's focus it this way. When I started going on the internet to learn about musical instruments, the first place I ever went to was Harmony Central. You guys remember Harmony Central? Some of you guys may not remember Harmony Central. And now I think it's currently owned by Guitar Center. But Harmony Central was a website you could go to and read reviews. And one of the cool things about these reviews was you would go and it says, let's say you were interested in a Mesa Boogie Mark V head, and somebody would say Mesa Boogie Mark V head, and they would give you the review, and then it said how old the player was or how long they've been playing in the instrument probably, and then it said the type of gear they own, and you look at that and they go, oh, they own some stuff like me, they've been playing for about as long as me, and now they're telling me what they think, and I have a reference. And sometimes I would see things like, they would review a piece of gear I was really interested in, and I'd see like owns a Line 6 Spider playing for 3 days. And I'm like, okay, well, no offense, you're not going to really help me in this scenario, right? I don't know if you're going to be able to come in and give me some pointers on a piece of gear yet. And I used to like Harmony Central for that. It was the first time I was like, okay, finally, keep in mind, people could have been lying about it, but at least it had the information. I kind of look at it now like I like video format now. To me, that was someone claiming something. Now a video format is showing me something I like personally. I don't like to take advice from anybody who's I can't see. Not because, they have a lot of guitars behind them or they have a lot of amps and therefore they know what they're talking about. I just want to kind of know what the person is, what their credentials are. I learned the hardest way on this channel. Every YouTube personality has that I've ever talked to that has engaged with every comment. They all do it at the beginning of the channel. There's a reason why you stop, not because of the growth of the channel. It's because you realize a lot of people are just so full of crap that they are just wasting yours and everyone's time. And they're out there, man. They're just totally posting nonsense. And they will spin you out, not in anger. It's not a troll thing. It's in a confusion. They will confuse you. And I used to think, and I really did, I used to think these were just the jerks. They were just people going, I'm just going to put out bad information and see how people, maybe that's happening. But slowly over time, you realize they just have no, I don't know what it is. They have no awareness, right? They just think for some reason, because it's like, what's that commercial? I stayed at a Hilton or a Radisson and now I'm a genius. Same thing. I say it all the time. Whenever I show you guys anything in my videos, I say, look, I've been doing this for, a couple decades and this is how I do it, but there's a ton of ways to do it. And then I'll read a comment and somebody goes, no, there's only one way to do it. And this is the way. And I always think, okay, I get it. You're hard lined on what you believe. That's fine. But a lot of times I read those and I go, well, whatever you're suggesting won't even work. It won't even work. So to answer your question, I don't go on the Facebook groups and I don't go on the forums and stuff, mostly not because it's toxic. It's because I don't know how to value those opinions. I don't know how to put them against anything. So in a video forum, I just feel like I can figure it out. Same thing now. It's probably more confusing. A lot of people talk about YouTube and YouTubers not being transparent, but the transparency thing was really a problem a few years back. Now the laws have kicked in so much that even the ones that didn't want to tell you what they were up to are telling you to some degree. And if you can't, you can figure it out. But I don't have anything against the groups. And if you're finding joining them, please find joy in them. But I'm just giving you why I don't kind of jump in them. Okay, let me go to the next one. Okay, let me load all these comments in. Here we go. Oh, there's so many questions. so many things. Okay, Working Knight 84 says, I don't know if this is a stupid question, but what is the what solution would you suggest for a double humbucker guitar where I want to be able to split both pickups individually and only use a three-way switch? A push-pull or on both volume and tone? Best choice, question mark? Thanks for being you. Okay, so you have two choices. Let me go to... You have two. You have three. You have three choices, so you know. So let me show you your three choices for coil splitting in your options. And hopefully it'll be easy. Okay. Okay, so the first option is two push-pull or push-pull pots. So we all know that. So you can put two volumes or a volume tone, you know, whichever you want, and you can assign that basically each pickup will be coil split individually. That's what you already said, and that's probably the best way. Then, of course, you could put two mini switches in your guitar, drill two holes, and kind of like how PRS does with the custom 2408s and stuff, and puts two switches and do it that way. The third option is this option right here. This is the Freeway Ultra Switch. This looks like a three-way switch. It fits in a three-way switch, but it has 6 positions. And so you can here click here and look at that, the Freeway Ultra Switch. And you can do all of this stuff, okay? So that is another option. So you know, it's $65 for that switch, so probably more expensive than two push pulls. I would imagine two push pulls are about $15 a piece, so about $30, so about double the amount. But you asked what the options are. Those are your three options. If you enjoyed this podcast clip, you can watch the entire episode by clicking the link in the description or streaming it on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. You can also join it live every week, Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I hope to see you there. Until next time, know your gear.